How to know if the man is reliable? Pay attention to these behaviors. Women always have their own blindness to love, and sometimes they don't know how to choose a lover that suits them. Especially some men are very good at disguising, so that we can't see his nature at all. So how we choose men with good character? This often requires a certain amount of wisdom. In fact, no matter how concealed a man is, we can still see what kind of person he is in the more relaxed part. Here, I can give you tips to see a man's character. The most important of us are these two details. A man's character is related to the way he talks. Whether a man loves a woman or not is related to the way he talks. We have to choose a man who loves you. First of all, look at the way he chats. Some men are narcissists, and they keep talking about their own experiences as soon as they chat. They don't know how to consider women's minds at all. If you are with such a man, unless you admire him in particular, you will be with him. Always take care of his emotions, because he will be more selfish. And the man who really cares about you, in fact, rarely brag about his experience, but will care for you more sincerely. A man's character is related to the way he chats, and more to the angle of his chatting. If he listens to what you say most of the time and gives pertinent advice, then such a man is often a low-key and powerful person. He is a person who knows how to care, but also does not lose his charm. If a woman meets him, he can take it well. Don't marry talkers. Women should never choose a man who is ostentatious, especially those who think that they are not good enough, and who are used to bad development of themselves, are rooted in the outside world. Do not touch such a man, because you are with him, you will find that they are unable to bear the responsibilities of life, and in marriage, if you are unhappy, you will get used to pushing the responsibility on you, which will make your marriage fall into a vicious circle. My cousin once met such a man. He talked about his life plan and seemed very knowledgeable. At that time, my aunt thought this man must be very talented. But when my aunt asked about the things he had done, he couldn't tell a few things. Instead, he said that he hadn't met the right opportunity yet, and when he met the right opportunity, he would definitely do it. Marrying an empty talker will not only help your life, but more importantly, his negative thoughts will also affect your enthusiasm. Therefore, a woman must not marry. You must see this behavior clearly before marriage. Just go on a trip with the man. In relationships, the best way to determine whether a man's character is reliable or not is to travel with the man. Traveling is the place that best exposes all the life habits, overall qualities and character of a man. So if we want to know whether this man is worth your life, please choose to travel with him once. Observe his living habits and the way he communicates with you. If you can feel his gentleness, carefulness, sincerity, and reliability, such a boy is reliable. If you are a suitable partner, in fact, when traveling together, the minds are often more connected, and they will pay more attention to creating a beautiful experience for the other party, rather than adding a block to the other party. The two people's aesthetic differences and differences in the concept of money are exposed during travel. Will become the main contradiction in future marriages. Only travel can reveal the character of a man deeply. We want to know whether a man treats you well, loves you or not, and what the character of the other person is. If you travel with him, you can see everything of. In marriage, a good man is the guarantee of happiness. Find a responsible, bottom line, and loyal man to marriage, so that our marriage has enough confidence to resist the helplessness of real life, and women can pass these two details. Judge well and grasp the happiness of your own life. Check who are his friends. How about his circle of friends? How to treat friends. What kind of person are you and what kind of friends do you make? There is a certain truth to the conclusion of the circle as things gather by kind and people are divided by groups. If you judge a man inconsistent, you might as well start from his circle of friends to see how he treats his friends and how he behaves. A man's attitude towards his friends, his popularity, and how he gets along with his friends can all determine his character. Check if he respects you. In heterosexual relationships, men must respect women. Only a man who respects a woman will treat you sincerely, and you will have the possibility of communication when you deal with anything in the process of getting along. Men would never be rude to her, but respect her very much. When they buy a house, where they buy and how they decorate it, men respect her very much. After marriage, they rarely quarrel. The reason is that they respect each other. Only with respect can there be the possibility of communication and harmony in marriage. How he treats you while eating. In fact, it is possible to judge a person's character based on the details of the meal. See if he will respect your choice and take your feelings into consideration. A person who pays great attention to details and is very educated are good. He knows what I like and cares about me. When someone accidentally ran into him when he was serving food, he was not in a hurry, and he told them that it was okay. I think that kind of man is really good. You should look for it according to these standards. See if he can lie, if he is a man who believes in his words. Men still have to say what they say, rather than not speaking seriously and responsibly at all. Those men who like to speak smartly, no matter how beautiful they are not very practical. A man has to believe his words, he has to say what he has said, or he has to do what he has said. People have to be honest, and you will have more friends. In conclusion, if a man is unreliable in character, you must stay away from such a man. Associating with a man with a bad character, do you think he will be a good and responsible man? If a man doesn't talk about integrity and doesn't respect you, what good is it for you to love him again? You have to love someone who is worthy of your love, not the shortcomings of loving someone.